partly cloudy late. A 20% chance of rain showers and snow showers.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. I want to thank you for checking in with me at the Cali Truck Stop Theater. And this is, for me, right now, it is nighttime. It's actually close to midnight for me. I had a rough day. Boy, my face is looking shiny. Well, I just got out the shower. And so I'm getting ready to go to bed in here in a little bit, but I just got the shower and I greased up my face with the with some Vaseline, keep my face from drying out. My face gets super ashy now when it after getting out the shower, and my arms, they get ashy. They didn't used to do that, but now seems to be more of a regular occurrence. So, but anyways, I hope y'all are doing good. I'm doing good, even though unloading today was pretty crappy. And excuse me if I'm eating. I hadn't really ate today, and this really ain't the best thing to be eating in the first place, but I had a rough day. This is my comfort food, and I don't feel like walking back over to the truck stop to go and cook me some food. I got some rice that I'll be going to cook, and I don't want to have to sit there for about half an hour to cook that stuff. So I'm gonna be snacking on stuff like this. Alright, so anyways, this load that I got yesterday and started to unload this morning and all during the day sucked. Man, I mean, let me just tell you. I'm trying to get myself some good light here. God dang it. Blackout. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, that's blocking some of the light there. My steering wheel. So I'm just adjusting here. I got my makeshift lighting system. Because this camera sucks on my phone. As soon as I hit play for it to start playing, like the screen is bright, the video is bright. But then as soon as I hit play, the screen goes dark and the video plays dark. So I went and bought me a couple of lights so that when when I don't have enough outside light, I would just turn these on so that I can get some light and can be seen. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a black screen. But anyways, I get this load. Everything's going okay. I get to the store. Last night I got to the store and I spent the night there at the store. And I'm like, all right, cool. In the morning, when they arrive, I'll go ahead and I'll start unloading. Well, when I went to go check on them to see if they're there, they were there. But I went and I had to open up the trailer, and I mean, stuff was just all over the place. And if you looked on my Facebook page, if you if you're one of those people that are on my Facebook page, you know, you would have seen the video or the lack thereof. It wasn't even the whole video. What happened was I was in an area where the signal wasn't right. So the video was all choppy, and then like half of the video was gone. But there was junk all over the place, right? The rotainers, they busted open, dumped all the product on the floor, and just the back end of it, from what I seen. And I was like, this is jacked up. Dish soap is all busted up in one of the containers and it's just leaking all over the place. I'm like, man, the first thing I was thinking of was like, these people don't know how to well, they really don't know how, they act like they don't know how to stack. I'm not gonna say that they don't, but I'm gonna say that they act like they don't know how to, just because stuff is just just thrown anywhere, and it's not. And I mean, if the stuff was packed properly, you could actually fit more stuff in these roll containers, and not have it fall over. I've done it before to where I built up these roll containers myself because it was just so damn bad. And I built it up to where all the boxes and everything stay inside the roll container. They don't just go flopping all over the place when you start rolling away. And I use up every available piece of space there, and it actually looks decent. I mean, versus just a bunch of crap just thrown in the bin there. But anyways, upon first look, it just appeared to me like they just totally just disregarded putting the strap on the strap the load down. But I was thinking, I was like, well, wait a second. Well, when I had opened up the trailer before leaving the distribution center, I could have sworn that I saw a load strap strapped up against the crates, the roll containers. And so I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was one there, but I'm like, I don't see it now. It's like totally gone, it seemed like. So after digging through all the mess and starting to pull out everything that needed to come out, and putting aside all the damaged product and stuff like that, I found the load strap and it actually came loose. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, nobody tightened the thing down tight enough to where it would stay together. Well, then upon further look, I noticed that the strap buckle broke. So the damn thing broke, and that's what caused all the merchandise to go flying all over the place in the trailer, was because of that thing was weak and it broke, and so stuff started shifting. But that was just the beginning of my sorrows, as I would think. But I have some pet peeves with the way that these trailers are loaded, because today I actually thought about just quitting. I thought about it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, how are you gonna have a trailer full of this merchandise, and this stuff is stacked to where if you ain't paying attention, it's gonna fall on you. So you either step out of the way, let it fall to the floor, or it's not staying inside the rotator, and it falls out and busts and breaks and stuff like that. I'm like, why am I delivering this stuff? Why is it that why is it that they got these things in these roll containers when I got to end up picking them back up and stacking them back in the roll containers on the U-boats? I gotta rebuild everything, or most everything, because it wasn't packaged right. And so to me, it seems like I'm being overworked. It wouldn't be such a bad thing if everything was just in a roller, in a roll container, a roller, a U-boat, whatever, and you just roll it right on out the trailer. But it just ain't that simple. You got these roll containers, and by the way, I dumped over 2 roll containers today, which is crazy. It caused me to spend extra time just repackaging everything, because I was over this happened at my next stop. I had 2 stops today. So at my next stop, which there was the large load, I had these 2 roll containers, and I was taking them off the platform there. Well, one of them, it's got a cargo net on the side, so one of them snagged the other roll container, and as it was rolling off the platform, it snagged the roll container, and it jackknifed the roll container, and just as it did its little jackknife thing there, it fell off the lip of the platform, which caused the whole damn thing to topple over. Now, what happened here was how I lost 2 of them was because once that first one toppled over and fell down, the cargo net was still hung up. What the hell was that? Anyways, the cargo net grabbed hold of the other roll container, and it almost fell over going that way, but the cargo net came off, and so the roll container then swayed back the other way, and it tipped on the other side, and then it fell over. Boom. So I had 2 roll containers fall over, product just sliding all over the driveway out there, and I'm like, this is oh my gosh. So I spent extra time having to pick up all the pieces, checking to make sure the stuff didn't get all busted up and stuff like that, and I had to go and stack it back up on one of the U-boats or another roll container or whatever. Something keeps popping over there. Anyways, it just took a long time. I mean, I should have been back at the DC with dropping off the two sites, and then having to go to a third store to go pick up other empty roll containers. I should have been done by about 7 or 8 o'clock this evening, and that didn't happen. I didn't roll up to the distribution center till about 9 o'clock. What time is it now? Yeah, it's 11:30 now. So I didn't roll up to the distribution center till about 9 o'clock this evening. So I was straight up delayed, but I was highly upset because equipment is failing. I mean, look, I get it. Dollar General has some cheap ass stuff. They sell stuff pretty cheap, but also a lot of their equipment is pretty cheap too. I mean, yeah, I see, I do see on occasion some new roll containers, but the majority of the roll containers is all banged up and busted out. The cargo nets are the worst. The cargo nets that are on these rotators, and they're being held up by zip ties, which is no good because the zip ties pop off. And then once the zip ties pop off, the cargo net drops, and then the product will end up falling up out the rotator because there's nothing holding up that, the product on that side there. But the worst thing is them damn straps. Hence the reason why the damn thing broke. They're old. They're not replacing them. And yeah, their stuff is just jacked up. And the job is just a lot tougher than, or it's a lot more work than what it needs to be. And the main thing is that the equipment is not able to withstand the loads that's being put on them to be able to keep everything in place and in check. If everything goes right, I should be able to unload that whole 53-foot trailer. I should be able to unload that whole damn trailer in about 2 hours. In about 2 hours. My second stop, which had the large load, where it had about just a little bit over half of the trailer that I had to unload at the second stop. Probably about 66% of the trailer was left for the second stop. It took me about 5 hours to unload that portion of it. 5 hours. Shouldn't be like that. And that was just because stuff was falling all over the place. I have to pick up the stuff at least 2-3 times. It doesn't just go right into the store. The stuff falls all over the place. You got the stuff that's sitting up on top of the rotators. That stuff's got to come down off of the rotators, because sitting up there on top, first of all, when you pull the rotator out, that stuff don't stay up there on anyways. But if the stuff does manage to stay up on top of the rotators, it's not going to fit in the building, because the doors that all the product goes into is not much more taller than me. It's probably, what is it? I'm about 5'8", and so the doors is probably about 6 feet, 6'2", 6'3". The top of the door frame there. So there's not much overhead room to be getting these things in the doorway. So I gotta take all that stuff down off the top of the rotators, and then I gotta pick that stuff back up, put it up on the U-boats and stuff like that, or put it into an empty rotator and build me another rotator. Which takes time, and then just trying to transport it out of the trailer, down the lift and into the store. I could drop product 4 or 5 times by the time I get into the store. So I gotta stop, pick the stuff back up again, put it back on the cart, drive a little further, it falls off, gotta pick it back up. So it takes a lot of time, and so that's really what this all amounts to. And my patience is not doing too well these days in regards to this unloading, because it it shouldn't take this long, and it shouldn't be this difficult to unload. But I'm like, well, if the stuff gets loaded up properly, you can be able to fit more of those boxes inside the rotators. But then on top of that, if their rotators and their straps are on point, they're newer or brand new or whatever, they can be able to withstand the product that goes in there without having to fall out. So, it did wear my body out physically, and I was getting kind of irritated towards the end of the day because I found myself occasionally kicking stuff, all over the damn trailer. And I'm like, I could care less if something just broke right now. I could care less, because I was just done. I was done. But I was like, well, I can't just just leave the stuff here. I gotta keep going. So that's what I did. I just had to keep pushing through. But otherwise, I'd have been like, I'm done. I would have just threw my hands up like, yo, you know what? Forget it. But I had to come back to the DC, and I didn't want to come back with the stuff. But I was in need of a shower, man. I was like, oh my God, my body was just I was walking around today. I was walking around like Fred Sanford. Oh man, I mean, I'm just walking around, hobbling and wobbling, calling everybody big dummy and stuff like that. I think at one point I was like, oh my God, it's the big one. It's the big one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, look, if anybody's watching this that wants to be a truck driver, or they're looking at wanting to do the Dollar General account, and a lot of these other different companies are doing Dollar General accounts, or the dollar accounts in general. I mean, you got Dollar General, you got Dollar Tree, and you got Family Dollar. A lot of these companies are doing them. I haven't done the Dollar Tree. I haven't done the Family Dollar. But I would imagine that they're all pretty much strenuous. But I would think that this Dollar General, I would think that it's like the easiest though, because I mean, from what I know about the Dollar Tree, you got the you don't have rotators. You have the conveyor belt type of thing, right? And you got a trailer that's just got boxes upon boxes just stacked up in there. So you gotta take the stuff, put it on the accordion conveyor down there, and you gotta push it on down into the store, so that the store clerks can pick it up off of there and stack it up in the store. I don't know anything about the Family Dollar account, but this Dollar General account is no joke. If you I mean, you really do have to be fit to do this job. Your body has to be able to do what the job demands. As there's a lot of bending, a lot of stooping, a lot of picking up, putting down, and so your body's got to be able to endure all this stuff for the day. maybe it's probably good to take a break every once in a while, but I'm just so pressed, trying to get the load done and get on to the next thing, that I rarely will take a break. The only time that I would take a break is when I'm done unloading and I can get in the truck and drive, and so while I'm driving, I'm sitting there resting, and so I try not to take a break while I'm unloading, you know. But if I were you, I would think about it. Now, if you can handle messing with busted equipment, and you can handle doing a bunch of lifting. I mean, it's not like the stuff is super heavy, but it's just the repetition of the thing. After you're doing it so much, I mean, a 20-pound box, I feel like it's 300 pounds after a while. So it's just a repetition thing, and you gotta build your endurance, up for the stuff. And but yeah, this is some tough ass work. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody from doing this, but I'm just saying, don't if you're looking at this and you're thinking about truck driving and getting into something like this, or you're already a truck driver and you're looking on getting onto this account, just beware. This is the kind of thing that happens. With this Dollar General account, they just got stuff all stacked up everywhere. You go and unload it, and stuff is falling all over the place, breaking and all that kind of crap. So you just pick it up, shove it off into the store, call it a day. But speaking of calling it a day, I'm gonna just go ahead and call it a day myself. I'm gonna finish up my little bit of crackers here, and then I'm gonna lay down. I didn't get a new load. I wish they had gave me a new load or whatever. But I gotta wait till tomorrow morning for a new load. So I will. I'll check y'all out later. I was gonna do some reading. I was gonna make another video and do my my Bible readings. Excuse me. I hadn't done one in a while. I've just been too tired. Physically. So I was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna probably I'll do it tomorrow after I wake up. I'll probably go ahead and record it, and then get it sent out. But I want to thank you for tuning into my channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, the thumbs up button there, and hit the bell notification button, so that every time that I load up these videos, you'll know when a new video pops up. So I have 21 subscribers now. Yippee! I had one subscriber added a few days ago. So I got 21 subscribers. So I just need 4 more. My goal is to get 25 subscribers subscribed to my channel. So I just need 4 more people. And I need at least 15 likes for every video that pops up here. I need you just click it. I don't care if you watch the video at this moment, but just click it. Click on the like button, and then hit the bell notification so that you can get the alerts when I do load up a new video. Yep, it's time to go. Anyway, so stay safe, stay well. God bless you, and God damn this coronavirus.